Right, so recently I put the internals of a Slim PS2 into this Slim PS2 Ghost case, and I think it looks really nice. So there's the top of it. Just really love the clear orange plastic. It kind of almost looks like glass. And you might be able to notice these foam pads that I've put underneath it. That's because when it's sat inside the TV unit, when I'm playing games on it, you know, if I press the power button or I put in a memory card or pull one out or plug one of the cables into the back, it would really slide around, and I thought because of this glass-like plastic it's probably going to get scratched up really easily. So I put on these foam pads to stop the bottom of this touching the surface that it's on, and plus it doesn't slide around as much either. So you can see those on there, and I'll show you the sides and the back. So here is a nice close-up look. Yeah, with the PS2, the Slim PS2 Ghost cases, you don't get any tabs to put over the screws for some reason. Can't remember what that part is for, but some models of Slimline PS2 like this one, they don't have the part, so that's why this is just kind of blank, but it's just a hole. So recently I ordered a clear orange PS2 controller and clear orange PS2 memory card from AliExpress to go with this, and they were really cheap. Now normally I would like to get an official PS2 controller, but I don't think there are any orange ones, and even if there are, I'm pretty sure they'd be cloudy plastic rather than clear plastic, because I think all of the official clear coloured PS2 controllers are like a cloudy plastic rather than properly clear like this. I did try and look for a clear orange official PS2 controller, but I couldn't find one, so I bought this one, this third party one from AliExpress. So let's open these up. So I'm going to try and open this up without a knife because I don't have one nearby. PS2 free McBoot, 8 megabytes. Yeah, so this is actually cloudy plastic. I don't think there were any proper clear orange memory cards on AliExpress. And it says BitFun X there. So we'll plug that in there. And let's open the package for the controller. Comes in this box that someone's like hobbled or cobbled together, whatever the right word is. Installation mode. Wow, that's really fluorescent. Doesn't look fluorescent at all in the pictures, but wow, it's almost glowing. But yeah, it looks quite nice. Buttons feel quite nice as well. It doesn't feel, yeah, it doesn't feel cheap at all, even though it is actually, you know, even though it hardly cost anything at all. Does not feel cheap at all. Feels like nice quality. Not really sure what I think of these these designs on the buttons. I think I prefer the way they normally look, unlike the official PS2 controllers. You can see the rumble things in there. Alright, so let's plug this in. So it kind of almost matches the PS2. It's more fluorescent looking, especially like around these bits. The neonness kind of really stands out. I don't know if it's gonna be like that on camera, so this does look more fluorescent than the Ghost case, but it still goes quite well with it. You get a decent amount of cable there, I think. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this in because I want to show you an interesting feature about this. So let's pop in a disc. In this case it's Gran Turismo Concepts, which I've been playing recently. I don't think it's that great. It's like a really stripped down Gran Turismo game. It's like it's just the arcade mode only. And I'll show you the interesting feature with this. So the door, it doesn't have a peg on it to press down on the little switch here. So when you shut it, we'll turn it on, the disc doesn't spin. What you need to do is you've got this really little like kind of slider here. You push it over like that, and now the disc spins, as you can see. So that's quite interesting. I think it's to do with like disc swapping, if you want to kind of run like burnt copies of games or something like that. I don't really understand that much about that kind of stuff. So I did have to make an adjustment to the disc brake on this, because when you open it up, like on a regular PS2, when you open the lid, the disc will stop because the peg won't be touching the switch anymore, so the motor won't be spinning anymore, and the disc brake will come into play. It will move over with the spring because the lid is opened, and that slows the disc down quicker. So what was happening with this is when I'd open the lid, before I'd get to slide the switch over to stop the disc brake would come into play and it would be scraping against the disc, and I thought that may put a bit of strain on the motor. So what I did, I'll just stop this from spinning actually. So what I did is I took this case apart, and where the disc brake is, I took the spring out, and then I just screwed the screw that's holding the disc brake into place. I screwed it in more, so it's holding the disc brake where it is. So it's not loose or anything like moving around. And now when I open the lid, when the disc is spinning, the disc brake isn't scraping against the disc. It wasn't really that big of an issue, because usually, you know, when I want to change games on a PS2, I'll just put it onto standby first. That will stop the disc, and then I'll open the lid, take the disc out and put in another disc. But I thought, you know, I still didn't really like the idea that when opening the lid while the PS2 is on, the disc is just going to continue to spin until I slide the switch over, and the disc brake is just going to be scraping against the disc, possibly causing strain to the motor. So yeah, it's quite interesting how the green LED light actually looks yellow through the clear orange plastic, and I've got to show the LED light lit up in this controller. It's really small, and through the viewfinder it just looks, I don't know if it's going to look like this in the video, but through the viewfinder it just looks like a white light, whereas in real life it's totally red. And also I noticed that this bit of plastic inside and this bit of plastic inside, they are broken. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I'm really pleased with how this has turned out. Let's see if it will look red from further away. I think it does actually, through the viewfinder. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how this has turned out. I think it looks really nice. And I've also got a cloudy yellow PS2 Slim shell, which I'm going to put a PS2 Slim into as well, and I'll get an official cloudy yellow. Sorry about that, but my camera cut out. So yeah, as I was saying, I do have a cloudy PS2 Slim shell that I'm going to put the internals of a PS2 Slim into eventually, and I will get an official cloudy yellow controller to go with it, and an official cloudy yellow memory card to go with it, if there are any official ones. I think there are. If they're not, then I'll just buy one from AliExpress. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Thanks for watching.